Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Overall Good at Educating. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is life process, from the class 10th. This is a part 1 lesson which we are going to learn in the this chapter. First point we have to learn, that is life process. What is life process? Life process are the basic process in living organism which are necessary for maintaining their life. The basic life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. These are the main basic life processes we have. First point is nutrition. Nutrition is nothing but that is the process of taking food by an organism and it's utilized by the body for life process. Nutrition is nothing but intake of food, whatever we eat, like we eat the carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats, all vegetables, pulses, all comes under nutrition. And why we are taking that nutrition? We are taking the nutrition to utilize the life processes. Okay. The second point we have is respiration. It is a process by which food is burnt in the cell of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Here what we are happening is the food what we eat is burnt inside the cell. Why it is burnt? With the help, with who's helping it is burning? It is helping with the they are taking the help of the oxygen, okay, to release the energy. So the next we have is transportation. Transportation is nothing but it is a process by which food, oxygen, water, waste products are carried from one part of the body to the other. Here what is happening? Blood is acting as a transportation. So whatever the energy is produced in the body, it is passed through all parts of the body with the help of the blood. In the blood we have oxygen which makes the things to move from each and every part of the body. The next part we have is excretion. What is excretion? It is a process by which the waste products are removed from the body. What is happening here? The waste whatever it is present in the body is removed through the process called as excretion. Hope you have understood the definitions of the what is nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. Nutrition is nothing but taking of food. We are taking the food inside. Respiration is nothing but the food what we are taking is burnt in the cell with the help of the oxygen to release some energy in the body, and that energy what it is released again it is transport from one part of the body with the help of the to the other part of the body with the help of the blood, and blood we have oxygen which is carrying out this process. Next last we have is excretion. Excretion is nothing but whatever the process happen, nutrition, respiration and transportation, in that whatever the waste is left out, that is removed from the body, is called as what? Excretion. So first of all, next we have, let us learn what is nutrition. First point in detail. Nutrition is the process by taking food by an organism and utilizing by the body to build the body for growth, to repair the damaged parts of the body and for energy. Nutrition. Why do we intake food? We intake food by because our body needs some energy. Okay, our body needs to get developed. It want to grow. It want to repair, and even want to repair the damaged part of our body. By eating food only, we can do all these things. Life on Earth depends on carbon based molecules, and most of the food are also carbon based molecules. The outside raw materials used by the living organisms are food, water, and air. You know that everything on this earth is made up of carbon. So, how we can tell that it is made up of carbon is once anything is burned, it converts into black color. So, that presence of the black color shows that it is a presence of carbon. So, everything is on the earth is made up of carbon. You take a cloth, you burn it, it will change to black color. Then you take a paper, it will burn to black color. Whatever it is, even the skin, if once it is burned, it will change to black color. All these are made up of by the carbon. We can tell that all life on the earth depends on carbon. We can tell directly that life on the earth depends on the carbon molecules. Okay, so apart from that, we have like food, water and air also. These are outside raw materials that we are using for the living organism. This is about the nutrition. So we have different modes of nutrition. We have two type modes of nutrition, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic. What is mode of nutrition? Mode of nutrition is nothing but we have two types here. They are autotrophic and heterotrophic, which are the two types of nutritions we have. We have autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic is nutrition in which organisms prepare their own food from simple or inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. We can tell that auto is nothing but self. Trophic means preparing. What they can do is they can prepare their own food, self food they can prepare. Okay, and with whose help we can prepare? We can prepare it by using simple inorganic substances. Which are the inorganic substances we are using here? Carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Example, we have all green plants and bacteria and some bacteria, not all the bacteria. So how we can tell that? So you know that photosynthesis process happens. Photosynthesis is nothing but the process of preparing food. You know how the plants prepare the food. Prepare the food with the help of chlorophyll, the nutrient presence in the soil, water, etc. From all these things we can prepare the food, and the process is called as photosynthesis. Second, we have heterotrophic. Hetero means different. They depend on other for the nutrition. We can tell that animals, we all come under that. It is a nutrition in which the organisms get their food directly or indirectly from the plants. We directly depend on the plants or we indirectly depend food for us. Okay, like example, all animals and some bacteria will come under the heterotrophic nutrition. Again, we have types of heterotrophic nutrition. We don't have any types in autotrophic, but we have different types in heterotrophic nutrition. We have main three parts. The three types we have. One is saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic nutritions. Which are the three types we have? Saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic nutritions. These are the different types of heterotrophic nutritions we have. So let us learn what are what are saprophytic, what are parasitic, and what are holozoic nutrition. What are saprophytic nutritions? It is a nutrition in which the organisms get their food from dead and decaying organisms. Okay, how they get the food from? They depend on directly on the dead and decaying organism. Like breakdown of the food materials outside their body and then it absorbs. Examples we have mushroom, bread mold, yeast, some bacteria. You can see that on the bread, what will happen if you keep a bread for about 15 days or 20 days, what will happen? Fungus will start forming on that. Okay, why that forms? Because it is a type of a saprophytic bacteria, and that we call it as a bread mold. Even mushroom also comes under that. Yeast and some other bacteria also are depending directly on the saprophytic bacteria, that is they depend on dead and decaying of an organism. Parasitic nutrition, second is parasitic nutrition. So what they depend is, it is a nutrition in which organisms get their food from living organism, that is host cell, without killing them. What they does is they depend on other. What they do, example, one plant happen, it will be there, and on that again one more plant will be built. Okay, those comes under, you can see this middle picture. So on one tree again the sub plant is getting formed. So example, we have cascota, orchid, sticks, lice, lichens, roundworm, tapeworm, plasmodium, etc. See, lice is nothing but on the head we have the black color small insects, we call it as a lice. They depend, they will be on our head, in our hairs, but what will happen? It will not destroy or it will not kill our head. Next we have roundworm, tapeworm. So that worms will be in the stomach. So that stomach, they will not destroy anything from the stomach, but what they does is they eat the food, whatever the person is eating the food, like that, which will depend on the other organisms for the food. Those are called as parasitic nutritions. Last, the third type of heterotrophic nutrition is holozoic nutrition. It is a nutrition in which organisms take food directly and then digest and absorb. What they does, they directly eat from the sources, okay, and then they will digest and then they will absorb inside their body. Example, we have amoeba, paramecium, birds, fishes, humans, etc. What we do, we directly take the nutrition, and what we does, we everything digestion takes place in our stomach. Okay, all this comes under holozoic nutrition. These are the three different types of heterotrophic nutrition, that is saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic. The next we have is nutrition in plants. What is nutrition in plants? Nutrition in plants is, first let us learn about photosynthesis. Everyone know that photosynthesis is nothing but the plants will prepare the food by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. The food is prepared is carbohydrate which is stored in the form of starch. Oxygen is released in this process. So what is photosynthesis? Nothing but plant is preparing their food with the help of carbon dioxide and water, and even the presence of the sunlight as well as a chlorophyll. Okay, whatever the food is prepared, it is prepared in the form of carbohydrates and stored in the plants in the form of a starch. During the storage, after the storage, what will happen? The carbon dioxide it takes and last it give rise to oxygen. You can see a equation of photosynthesis here, that is carbon dioxide is mixing with the water, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll it is giving rise to glucose formula is C6H12O6 with the liberation of the water and with the with the oxygen gas. Okay, this is about the nutrition in plants. Okay, so how does the process takes place? Photosynthesis, what are the things happens here? Photosynthesis mainly happens in the three steps. One is absorption of light energy from by chlorophyll. So with the help of chlorophyll, what they does, they take up the light energy taking from the sun. Okay, again what it happened, the light energy is convert into chemical energy and splitting up to the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. The last we have reduction of carbon dioxide by hydrogen to form carbohydrates. These are the three important steps happens here. One is absorption of light energy. We take up the light energy from the sun as well as with the help of the chlorophyll. Second, what we are taking the light energy is converted into chemical energy and splitting up of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. Reduction of carbon dioxide by hydrogen to form carbohydrates. These are very important process phases that takes place in the photosynthesis. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Then second we have conversion of light energy into the chemical energy. And the third we have is, and even what will happen is water molecules, that is water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, right? So water molecules will be divided into hydrogen and oxygen separately. Then last what happens, reduction of carbon dioxide. These are very important. You can see a picture here from which you can easily understand the process of photosynthesis, where carbon dioxide is taken, energy is taken from the sun, glucose is formed, water is taken from the roots. With the help of the roots it is passed to the leaf. In the leaf the food is prepared. Okay, in this way we can tell that photosynthesis is the preparation of the food. Next we have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is nothing but, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green pigment we present in the leaves. Okay, we can see our pictures here. From that, when you see under the microscope, we can see cells containing green dot like structures. You can see our green dots here, all called as what? Chloroplast. All those chloroplast contains chlorophyll in it. Okay, so let us learn about the chloroplast. We can see the pictures, various pictures we can see in this pictures, diagrams, that you can see here all the photosynthesis chloroplast are present. That's the green small dots are all what? Chloroplast. Chloroplast, we can tell that food is prepared in the chloroplast here. Okay, what is happening? Food is preparing in the chloroplast. Okay, and in the daytime the food is prepared in grana, and in the night time it is prepared in the stroma. Both are present in the chloroplast. So this is, we can tell that it is called as a kitchen house of the cell. What it is? A kitchen house of the cell. We can see in the cell that small dots are called as what? Chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast, what we have? The chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what type of pigment? It is a green color pigment present in the plants to prepare the food. With the help of sunlight and chlorophyll and the minerals present in the soil, everything is taken out and they can prepare the food here. Next we have one more diagram called as chloroplast diagram. See, you can see here granum, lamellae. These structures are, you can study in your higher classes. Mainly you have to know that granum and stroma. See, in grana I said already that food is prepared in the daytime, and stroma it is prepared in the night time. The next we have the other structures also. Stomata. Stomata is nothing but, see, it is a tiny pore present in the leaves through which exchange of gases takes place. What will happen? exchange of gases will take place. A leaf that will open and carbon dioxide is taken, and again if it opens, the oxygen is released out. Okay. Each stoma has a pair of guard cells. What we have? Pair of a guard cells which controls the opening and closing of stomatal pore. When water enters the guard cells, it swells and the pore opens, and when the guard cells lose water, it shrinks and pore closes. So this is how the opening and the closing of stomata takes place. Stomata is nothing but it is a tiny hole, or we can call it as a pore. It is present in the leaves. Okay. What is the function of it? Its function is that to exchange the gases. Okay. Then what type of gases? They take up, plants take up the carbon dioxide and they start giving the oxygen. Okay. And in the stomata we have a pair of a guard cells. Guard cells are which controls the opening and the closing of stomatal pore. Okay. Here you can have a small holes. You can see clearly here what are guard cells and what is its function and how it closes and opens. You can see here 3 are open and 3 are closed. Water diffuses into guard cells which causes them to open. On hot or dry days, the guard cells have less water, they relax and the stoma close. In this way what will happen? See, you can see clearly how it is opening and it is closing. It is about the stomata. So the next we have is, there is an activity to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. I'll explain you. We have one more diagram in the next image. Take a potted plant having variegated leaves, that is croton plant. Keep it in a dark room for 3 days so that all the starch is used up. Then keep it in the sunlight for 6 hours. Then take off the leaf from the plant and mark the green areas of the leaf on a sheet of paper. Then dip the leaf in boiling water to make it soft. Then dip the leaf in alcohol and heat it on the water bath to decolorize it and remove the chlorophyll. Then wash the leaf in water and dip it in the solution, iodine solution, dilute iodine solution. It will see that only green parts of the leaf turns blue black. This shows that chlorophyll is necessary for the photosynthesis. Means what you have to do here is you have to take up a plant, and what you do is you have to keep in the dark room for 3 days. Okay. So whatever the starch is present in the plant will be used by the plant, and then again you have to take the 4th day and keep it in the sunlight for 6 hours. Once you take it, then you have to take up the leaf from the plant and mark the areas, the green color areas on the leaf on a sheet of a paper. Then what you have to do is you should dip the leaf in boiling water. That leaf what you are taking or marked the leaf, you have to dip into the green boiling water. And what will happen? Then it will become soft. Then again dip the leaf in the alcohol and heat it in the water bath. That is again in the water. After dipping it in the alcohol, we have to again heat on the water bath. What will happen here? Decolorize takes place. That is, it will remove the chlorophyll. Then wash the leaf in water and dip it into dilute iodine solution. So what you can see that only green parts of the leaf will turn blue black. Then the turning we call that, then we can confirm that chlorophyll is needed for the photosynthesis. So this is one diagram you can see from here. The affected area by starch blue black and area unaffected by starch test is colorless. This is about the starch test. We can tell that chlorophyll is necessary for the photosynthesis. Tune in to my channel for the part 2. Have any doubts? Have a question in the comment section. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching my video. Like, share and subscribe.